afternoon. Thank you so much for joining myself, of course, here on your private safari. And I am going to be your naturalist for your private safari. My name is Cedric, and behind the camera with me, we've got Gert. Thank you so much for joining me, and it's going to be an amazing hour. And I think you must just ask me anything. Go for it. If you want to ask questions or send me comments, and yeah, just make sure that you go and send it through the link that we have sent to you. So I'm so excited for this afternoon, aren't you all? And what a way to start off this afternoon's safari. We've got the Nkuhuma male lions. How nice is that? So of course, we've got 4 of the young boys from the Nkuhumas. None of the females are here, just these 4 males. We can only see 3 of them at the moment. The 4th one just went behind our vehicle, so we can't really see him for now. But this is going to be quite exciting. As you know, it is live, it is interactive, so send those comments and questions through. Keep me entertained, and I'm going to keep you entertained, and of course try and get you as many exciting answers as possible. Nancy, good afternoon. Yes, it is so nice having you joining me on this private safari. It feels so nice. I don't know, because I think there's 5 of you, and what's nice about it is that it feels like I've got you on the vehicle, and you can just interact between each other, and you can just send me any questions, and please do so. And I think, Nancy, it's going to be a lovely afternoon. The weather's good, not a single cloud in the sky, it's sunny, and we've got these lions, so what a better way to start our game drive today. Oh yes, Nancy. Well, these boys we found them this morning around here, exactly the same spot. Well, you're saying good morning, so I'm sure if it's morning for you, where are you from, Katie? But yes, a good morning to you. Well, from us, it's a good afternoon from Gert and myself. So yes, Katie, nice having you on board as well. And I think this is going to be so exciting. And especially that we've got lions, and such a nice story about these lions. You know, in Nkuhumas, they were known as Nkuma Pride of Lions since 2008, that's when they were pretty much named the Nkuhumas. And the name actually came from a tree known as a brown ivory tree. And there's a tree that's on Djuma, all the way on the southwestern corner of Djuma itself. And that's where they found this pride for the first time in 2008. And that's where they got the name Nkuhuma, meaning brown ivory. So that is so nice to see them again. And I've been very fortunate. Since I was here, I've been here since 2010 in the Northern Sabi Sands. And this Nkuhuma pride, and there was another pride called the Styx pride. And we got to see both of these prides on a regular basis. So we saw them practically almost every second, third day. So it was nice, and it's still nice just to follow up on their movements and how well they're doing. Because in this pride, there's 14 members. So you got the 3 older females, and then you got these 4 4-year-old males, so that makes it 7. And then you got 2 4-year-old females, makes it 9. And then the other 4 is the youngsters of around about 3 years old now. And out of those 4 is 2 males and 2 females. So yeah. And then Mohawk, of course, a dominant male. We saw him about 4 days ago. So he was here on Djuma about 4 days ago, but his tracks went, funny enough, his tracks went completely in an opposite direction from where this pride has come from. So he went towards more like the south western corner, towards Arathusa area. I think he was trying to locate this pride. But yeah, I'm not too sure where the rest are. There's a couple of, how can I say, updates about them. Maya Ant, oh, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. You said you had a childhood adventure here in the Kruger National Park. Wow, Maya Ant. And I'm hoping that you saw some amazing sightings in the Kruger Park, because the Kruger is fantastic, beautiful place. As you know, my last leave, I went to the Kruger Park for a few days, and it's so beautiful. I love just driving around there, taking your time, sitting at those water holes for like an hour or two, take a nice little picnic basket with some coffee and biscuits and biltong and all that stuff, and just enjoy the scenery. So yes, I love the Kruger National Park. Now, the history of the Sabi Sands, so where we are now with the Kruger National Park, is now, of course, the Kruger National Park is over 130 years old now. Oh no, it's 120 years old, and the Sabi Sands was opened up to the Kruger National Park like fully in 1986. So 1986, the Sabi Sands and the Kruger Park became one. So they actually took the fence down from this reserve, and then the animals could roam back and forth, back and forth. And the Sabi Sands got very much, well, pretty much world renowned for its beautiful lodges in the area, of course, like Londolozi and Mala Mala, Singita. There's so many lodges. But on Sabi Sands, around about 30, or there is 36 different farmlands. So farmlands, if you're thinking about like now chessboard, you've got 36 different blocks, and out of those 36 different blocks, farmlands, 28 of them became commercialized. So 28 of them, of those owners, of those farmers, decided to create a commercial lodge on their property, and of course those became commercial lodges around the side. So great history of the Sabi Sands, and it's nice just to know more about it. You think let's go that side, Gert? Alright, we are going to try and reposition here quickly. I see Gert wants to maybe get a bit of a different angle here. So let's try see what we can do. Katie, so you in California in the USA. Nice, Katie. Beautiful. I still want to go to the USA. That's one country I'd love to go and visit. What about there? So we're just going to try and reposition. Yep. Well, Katie, how's your summer so far? It must be quite nice over there in the US, because it is your summertime. California, I think California gets great weather. I think your summer there is just wonderful. Californication. Oh, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yes, I love that song. Nancy, do any of the females in the Nkuhuma Pride have cubs? Nancy, no, not as of yet. We know that Chilla has mated with the black dam males. So Chilla is one of the females of the Nkuhumas, and she has been seen, she's the oldest of the Nkuhuma females, and she was seen mating with the black dam male. Oh, I think it was about is it? Oh, did you see it? Oh, no, that was the Kambula female, yeah. No, Chilla was on Hoffman somewhere. And yeah, that was about 2 months ago. So yes, never know. Maybe if she's taken, give and take another 110 days of gestation, and she'll have cubs. But then the biggest problem is, if she has cubs, it's not going to be Mohawk's cubs. In other words, it's not his genes. Now, if it's not his genes, in other words, she's not going to come back to this pride with those cubs, because she knows those cubs are going to be in danger from Mohawk. So that is going to be interesting times that's going to be playing out here for the pride members. What are they going to do? Because she knows it's no point having cubs and coming back here with this pride. So yeah, it would be sad seeing Chilla pretty much break off from the Nkuhuma Pride, because I love Chilla. She's one of my favorite females. of all female lions. Why? Because she did so well with these youngsters, especially these boys now that we're seeing now. She pretty much took these 4 boys and the 2 younger females, and she kind of taught them the ropes, showed them the areas. She went to show them how to hunt, and yeah, so she's quite a teacher. But that's experience, of course. These boys are tough. Fast asleep. Mm. Wow. Tracy, you watched since 2015. Yes, indeed. Tracy, 2015, I was at Arathusa. I was working at Arathusa, so yes, I think I got to see those Nkumas, the young ones, and Chela, I think at that time. I think Chela was 20, I think Chela was, she was born in 2015, if I'm not mistaken, 2014. Let me just double check on that before I jump to anything. Oh no, I can't. I think maybe Nadine, our director, will give me an idea there on Chella's age. But she is one of the oldest ones. Oh, we got one standing up. Oh, stretchy stretch. That's it. Where are you going to go? You're going to go to your other brother that's a little bit further south. Go south. Don't come north. Go south. Because if they go north, oh, look at that stretch. Oh. Maybe he's going to go lie with his other brother. Maybe rub necks. Let's see. Yeah. He's coming to greet him. Hello. Oh, yeah, he wants to lie nicely there. Now this male that we're looking at now, he's the one that's got those really amber eyes. I think this is purple eyes. 2014. Oh, thanks, Nadine. Yeah, I also think 2014. That Chilla was born in 2014. Thank you so much, Nadine. So that makes 9 years old. But you'll see slowly but surely these males now. It's going to be interesting times to see what's going to happen, because I feel, you can see that these 4 males are starting to stick together away from the rest of the pride more and more. We saw the other day Mohawk and these 4 boys walking together down the road, and it just seems like it's getting to that point now where they are kind of saying, well, the pride itself saying, listen, now it's time to start venturing out, start becoming nomadic males, start looking for an area, start growing up. And so there's going to be interesting times to see where these 4 males will end up and where they will set a nice territory for themselves. Sure. Tracy, you say you've been watching since 2015. That's a good time watching WildEarth. That's fantastic. So I guess you got to see old Karula and Tingana and Mvula. You got to see all the cats on Juma. Some nice characters. Yeah, I know. We're very fortunate myself as well. Got to see all those stunning cats. And there are some of them that I do dearly miss. But that's just the way it is, the way it goes. They come and go. It's the wild. You'll see these boys. They're going to lie, give and take maybe another half an hour. Once that sun starts setting, gets nice and cool, gets a little bit darker. It'll be interesting to see which way they're going to go. Tracy, yes, I second you that as well. Chilla is one of my favorites as well. You know why? Chilla reminds me of a female back in the days from the Chilala Pride. And the Chilala Pride always used to hang around just on the western side of Djuma, so they used to come into Arathusa, Shirley's, Hoffman's. I think the Chilalas even came all the way into Djuma once or twice. Oh, stretchy. And there was a female called Bibi. It was an old female, and I remember she kind of grabbed four of the youngsters, four young females. That was around about 2.5, 3 years old, and she took them out of this area, completely out of this area, because there was a new coalition of males coming into the area called the Majingalans. And when those Majingalans came into the area, of course, those four young girls, their father was Mohawk and Kinky Tail from the Mapojos. So now, of course, that was now going to be a big problem. So Bibi decided to grab those four girls, and she moved far out of the Chilala Pride territory. She went across Mala Mala. They found her once, actually, with those four youngsters inside Kruger National Park, and just to keep them safe from these new males that came into the area. And she taught them how to hunt, and they became formidable females. And then that pride changed its name from Chilala Breakaways. They were then known as the Mangeni Pride. So that's why Chilla reminds me a lot of Bibi. So Chilla and Bibi, they've got that same kind of characteristics. You know, they really want to protect and teach the younger ones in the pride. It's almost like they're the teachers. You know, there's certain members in the pride. It's like they are the teachers of the rest of the members. So yeah, I love it. Yo, Maya Ant, that's a very good question. That's a very good question. Will they join Mohawk as a coalition? You know, my aunt, it has happened before. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. It has happened before, but it's not a common occurrence. It's not a thing that always happens. I think it has to play out just right for those things to kind of, for the father to join with the sons, and to strengthen the coalition itself and protect this area. So yes, the possibility is there. I thought the other day when I saw Mohawk walking down with these four young boys, I thought to myself, I think we've got something here. I think it might actually end up being like that. So yeah, I think let's see what plays out. It's just speculation. If we do say yes, it's going to happen, but let's see how it plays out. See, the only problem with that, the big problem with that now, you can understand now, these four young males, they're going to become sexually active, you know, and all of a sudden, one of the females in the pride, the auntie or the granny, one of the females in the Nkuma pride goes into heat, or even their sisters go into heat. It's normal, it's natural instinct. That's, well, of course, the male is going to show interest in that female, and they're going to copulate. So that's the only issue with this. So what happens is all of a sudden you're going to have a brother and the sister mating, or a male, like a son and the mother mating, and that could be a problem. But I don't think with the mother, because the mother will go, of course, in heat and most probably tend to want to have other cubs, but maybe the auntie. So that's where incest and all that will pretty much become a bit of a sticky situation. And if that does happen, the genetics in the pride becomes weaker, and it's not good for the pride itself. That's why males never keep a territory for such a long time. If you actually look over the course of all the coalitions in this area, Mapojos, Majingis, Birminghams, Matimbas, even the Vokers, you'll find it's your time of keeping a territory with those prides is maybe 6 years. So in that 6 years, you'll have a set of cubs coming through, and yes, you might mate with the daughters and all that. Of course, genes will weaken a little bit, but by the time those females go into heat again, that male won't be a territorial male anymore. By that time he's too old, and then he'll be pretty much not around. Then you'll have new blood, new genes, and then of course just to strengthen that blood group again. So very important that those territories aren't held for too long. And I mean, Mohawk, their father's what, 10 years old now? So he's 10. My aunt, okay, so yeah, that's what I said. My aunt, we've got to just kind of look at this bigger picture now, and I think what we have to do, we have to really find out how is Mohawk. He's now the king of on the chessboard. Yeah, what is he gonna? Um, how's he gonna handle these four males? How's he gonna um, hold on? Is he gonna hold on to them, or is he gonna rather push them away? So, you know, each one is different. Lions, you know, people always say, oh, but it's a lion's a lion. No, each one's got its own character, personality. And so yeah, it's each one has got its own ways of handling certain situations. Here's another vehicle that is approaching. This, I love lions. They are passed out. Ah, Katie, you got to see the Nkuhumas back in 2019 when you had Vuyatela. Ah, Katie, fantastic. That is brilliant. So you would have 2019. So that's the year that these boys were born, from the 2019 litter. So Katie, did you actually even see any cubs during that time with the Nkuhumas? If you did, you would have seen them as little cubs. Nancy, you say you're from Alabama of A, and you've been watching WildEarth since 2020. Wonderful, Nancy. Thank you for watching WildEarth. I'm hoping that you are enjoying every single drive, and it's nice just to keep up with all these characters. 2021. 2021. Thank you, Nadine. 2021. Oh, we could just say 2020. 2021. But yeah, Nancy, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, watching these beautiful cats just lying down. Oh, Katie, okay, so there was no cubs when you were at this side. 2019. Well, I'm sure then maybe the females were pregnant. Very likely. Maybe you saw these youngsters, they were in the belly of the female. But yeah, having young boys like this as well when it comes to hunting, they will be not bad. 4 years old and 4 years of training, watching the females, watching Chella, watching how they hunt, and Chella being such a fantastic teacher. So it'll be interesting if there was a buffalo or something coming past here now. It would be quite exciting. I'm sure these boys will get up very quickly and take notice. That's always like with cats. Even look at leopards, lions. Very opportunistic. They might look like they are passed out for now, fast asleep, but they are pretty much got the ears and those noses are still working. It's listening out, smelling. This one is almost dreaming. It looked like it was dreaming. Tracy, you say you're jealous of Katie, that she's been watching for so long and she hasn't missed a drive. Ah, Tracy, don't. It is fine. You've been watching since 21, so it's good. I'm sure you've seen a lot of things happening now. Ah, so Tracy says she's very jealous that you got to see the characters in person when you were here in 2019. Am I right there, Gert? It sounds so, yeah, I think so. But it is always nice. I was, of course, been in this side like when I was here. It started 2010, and of course I moved. Uh, I was here till 2014 at Nkoro, then 2015 until 2017 at Arathusa, and then I was away for a couple of years, and then I came back now. So yes, I also missed the characters quite a bit when I was away for those couple of years from the Northern Sabi Sands. And of course, when I got that opportunity to come back here and work here at WildEarth, I was so stoked because I could get to see these characters once again. Hello, my boy. You think I must go a little bit forward, Gert? Or a little bit back, huh? Alright, I'm just going to go a little bit back. I just want to see if we can get this young boy's head into frame. Oh, get him out from behind that tree there. And shop. Alright, there we are. Well, there's still a little branch. I'm sure he's going to flop over very soon again. But you can see those beautiful little manes coming through now, those mohawks on top of the head. KTC, so you say 2019 was when the mangy Mangeni male was with them. The mangy Mangeni male? That's 2019. I'm trying to think, yeah, Katie. Because the Mangeni Pride, those 4 females had cubs. Their first cubs came through, I think it was 2012, 2013. Oh, no, I'm trying to think back now. No, Katie, you have tickled my brain here. I'm trying to think a little bit on this one. Yeah, the mangy Mangeni male. I think he might have been with that litter from 2012, 2013. It might have been. They had 12 cubs all together. Well, 3 of the females. The 4th one didn't have cubs, so there's 4 Mangeni females had 4, 4, 4, and the other one didn't have. So they had 12 cubs at once. And you can see very much good old rest for the afternoon. Well, as you know, it's interactive. If you really want to send me any comments or any questions, please do so. Please do so. We are here to enjoy this beautiful afternoon sunset safari with these nice lions. So I'm also trying to think, where could the girls be? Where could the Nkumas be? I think I was talking about that a little bit earlier. I think they might be a little bit further south of Djuma, or some of the guys say, no, they are on Djuma. The tracks come onto Djuma, some say the tracks go off Djuma. So, a little bit of confusion on their location. But if they are south of us, that means I'm sure that these four young boys, they want to try and locate on the Pride again. So from here, I'm sure they will try and head straight south. And Buffelshoek Dam is just south of us, so maybe they'll go there for a nice old drink later on. It's beautiful, look at him. And you can imagine that when that mane is now full, but look at the scars on his face. Well, you know, if you're a part of a pride of 14 lions and you're fighting over a impala, there's going to be a lot of claws and teeth that's going to be, you know, slapping you in the face and biting you in the face. So a lot of those claw marks come from those scuffles at the dining room table when they're busy eating something. Because there's no table manners at all. Food is food. If you don't fight for it, you don't get anything. That's the lions. I do love this one's mane. A lot of blonde ones. There's one that's it's got a bit of a darker mane compared to the other three. I think it might be that one that's flat. Maya, you say you enjoy watching this show, if it's live or if it's a catch-up. Yes, Maya. It is. You know, funny thing, Maya, is even when I go home on leave, and I'll go visit, most of the time I'll go visit my folks, and every single day I'll actually still watch WildEarth because my parents love WildEarth. So in the evening, on the late afternoon, we all get our beverage of choice and we go sit there at the TV and we go chat and then we watch WildEarth. So yes, Maya, it is nice just to watch this program. Sorry, there's another guy, I think he just stalled his Land Rover. Yeah. I'm so glad I'm not stuck today. Can you imagine being stuck on a private drive, Gert? That would have been terrible. So 2 days ago we were stuck in a riverbed for at least an hour and a half. Yeah, it was a little bit of my silliness trying to turn around in a riverbed and got myself properly, as we call it here in South Africa, we call it bajiwe. I got myself bajiwe, got myself stuck. And then old Wendy came to rescue me and Wendy got stuck. We had to get the third vehicle coming in. Old Sparky, out of all vehicles, and got us unstuck. So yes, I should get I think I saw today, I think I should get the that was yesterday, marshmallow, the Marshmallow King. Yeah, definitely, Nadine. That's when you know you're stuck, when you get the Marshmallow King for the day. Or I'm sure it's going to be for the month or 2 months. But it's so beautiful. Even we've got some interesting story as well within Kuma's. Oh, Katie. Katie's so beautiful and lazy lions. Yeah, well, lazy. You know, when we call, yes, lions are lazy during the day. Fully agree. I mean, they are flat cats, and maybe if the elephants or something coming past, you'll chase them, and then you'll get some action. Or if you get a herd of buffalo coming into the area, and then all of a sudden you might get something out of them. But other than that, yes, they are lazy during the day. But at night time, when we are flat, passed out, these lions are moving. They are hunting, they are trying to locate the rest of their pride. So yes, it's, there's There's a lot of action during the night time. That's the whole idea. Clever lions. Just trying to conserve that energy. But yeah, I was just saying, there when I was working at Arathusa, I had the Nkuhumas chasing a buffalo across from Djuma into Arathusa area, into the Arathusa property. And when that happened, I was of course on Arathusa and did not get the update of it, nothing. And next moment I heard in the drainage line right next to me, I just heard this, like, like a buffalo in distress. And I'm like, I told my tracker at that time, Norman, I was like, Norman, there's something happening in this drainage line. And quickly drove to that area, that specific area. And as we got there, we got the Nkuhumas bringing down not a male, but a female buffalo. And I think it was only 2 of the females that was on top of the buffalo bringing her down, a full-grown female. So it just shows you the power of those females, which is just incredible. It's amazing. That's, oh, there's an elephant down there. Kashan. Where that knobthorn is just to the right. Do you think we can reach? There's an elephant in the distance. Look there. There's a male elephant in the distance, passing a very flowering knobthorn tree. I love elephants. Elephants is like one of those animals where you can just sit with them for the. Has anybody got any questions about an elephant? Do you enjoy elephants? Let me know. Is an elephant an exciting animal for you? I think so. For me, they are. Especially the young ones, the little calves. Oh, we've got one of the male lion's heads. Looks like the youngest of them has just picked up his head. Oh, Maya, so you only started watching WildEarth when you got back from the Kruger National Park in 2019, 2020. Okay, Maya. Yeah, I think WildEarth did very well during the COVID times. I might just go a bit forward here. There's a leaf. Always a leaf. I think it might get up actually. I enjoyed watching during COVID. We're going to go forward, yeah? Oh. Of course, this is the youngest out of the 4 males. You can just see, just by the mane as well, and his body is not as big as his 3 brothers. Tracy, you feel like you can be the guide because you watch WildEarth every day. Well, Tracy, I'm glad that you're taking notes. That is very important, Tracy. I've had many a guest on my vehicle. I'll tell them this now. I'll say, yeah, this is a pride of lions. They are sleeping. They are getting ready. Maybe later on they'll get ready to go out for hunting, and all of a sudden, 2 minutes later, why are they sleeping? They go, well, they're sleeping to conserve energy. 5 minutes later, why are they sleeping? Well, they're tired. 10 minutes later, why are they sleeping? So Tracy, I'm glad that you pay attention. I love it. It's always good. You can see always typical cats grooming themselves, just licking their legs, the inside of their legs, making it nice and wet, and then of course they'll kind of rub it across their heads and their face just to clean their face. And then, oh, look at that little bit of a yawn. Well, you never know. I see the other male lion. It's going to be a bit tough, but he's busy clawing the tree. There is another vehicle, yes. Let's see. I do apologize for 2 vehicles that has joined us. Look at that. There's the other boy. Oh, here he comes. Hello. Come and join. So this is that one that's got mane at the bottom. More that amber eye ones. I think this is that amber eye male. Very orange eyes. And he's going to come and join his other three brothers here. Aren't they just so beautiful? Hey. I'm going to see maybe some head and neck rubbing. Watch here, watch there. Greet, greet, greet. There we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is so amazing. I love elephants. They've got such great personalities. Yeah, for sure. Tracy, I agree with you. Elephants have got amazing personalities. I gotta love them to bits. Oh, bit of action now. One or two is just busy stretching now. Maybe this younger, I think maybe he's just going to move off and go and lie somewhere else. And it just shows you, this the bond kept really strong between each individual. Because they do rely a lot on each other. You're going to maybe try and look for a place to lie down somewhere. Oh, maybe you're going to lie in the sand. Or maybe it's a kitty. Oh no, it's a little kitty toilet.
Just is using the sandbox.
Yeah, that's it, like there, the kitty toilet, yeah, the little sandbox. How using the sandbox on that. Ha, well done, my boy. Maybe going to stretch on it. What's he going to do? Oh, he's going to sit on the. Oh, he's going to sit. Oh no. Oh, I thought he was going to sit on the log and enjoy the sunset. Oh, yeah. Hopefully we're not downwind. That's the main thing. Oh, hopefully we're not downwind, yeah. As you can see, oh, and the light is coming just right now through. Looks like the youngest of them, of the four, is more active. Tracy is going to the litter box. That's exactly Tracy. That's why I was laughing about it. I thought that was quite hilarious, seeing him going into that little sandy spot there, and actually going for a toilet break. Oh, I love that. Very considerate. Hey Tracy, he's very considerate, the younger one. I think the older ones can learn from him. Oh, but look at this one's face. Now this is Scarface. Oh, sorry Nadine, it was long that I can't. So you remembered something about dark mane running with the females. Yeah, that. Oh, but you can see this male has had a proper confrontation with something. You can see that claw marks on his, or teeth marks on his cheek. You can see how on the right there. Yes, Nadine, I'm getting your comms. Oh, you can see his sore on his top of his head. You can see he just wants to rub his face as much as possible. But I think he had a little bit of a confrontation with another lion. Oh, and a nice teeth mark in there. And looks like claw marks on the cheek there. Or maybe actually teeth, eh? Yeah, like. Tracy, yeah, he's quite scarred up. I also love Amber, but you could clearly see the face there. It looked like another lion's mouth that's gone over there. So you can see the bottom teeth went in on the cheek, and then of course the canine went onto the top area on his top of his head there. So you can just see like a lion grabbed him over his eye with the full mouth. That's how to me it looks like that. You can just see it with the teeth marks and the canine mark on top. But yeah, he is beautiful. He still is. He's still beautiful, but he is definitely gonna have some interesting scars on him. All right. So yeah, so Maya Ant, you were saying, you remember when the pride split up, a dark mane and the females running with the S8 male after them, and the S8 male up. Okay, so you remember that the split up of dark mane and the females running with the S8 male after them. All right, Maya, and that is. When was that? Was that 20? That was, well, I guess that was 2019. No, when was that? No, I'm not too sure. Well, I'm not too familiar with that sighting. Ah, thanks. No, so you say about 2021. Hmm, that's amazing. Then, as you think about dark mane, split up with dark mane and of course blondie and mohawk. That was a very peculiar split up with a coalition. So, and I think with that kind of split up, sometimes it's not good for a coalition because then you leave yourself quite vulnerable as a single male. Nancy saying nice close up, Gert. Gert saying thank you. There we go, there's the thumb. Die dame. Die dame means the thumb in Afrikaans. The leaf. Let's go forward. Fine. Well, all of the heads are up now, so I think, as I say, it's starting to get to that late afternoon now. It's getting to that nice time of the day. The golden light is coming through. The photographers are starting to get those big cameras out, getting excited for some amazing sightings. And I'm just holding thumbs, crossing fingers that a nice herd of buffalo comes down from Buffelshoek into Djuma. Because if that does happen, it would be fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. But that's what I love about the Sabi Sands lines, or not just the Sabi Sands, there's the Greater Kruger Park. The Greater Kruger Park lines. A lot of, can I say, a lot of fighting, a lot of nomadics coming in, nomadic males coming into the area. And these lines in the Greater Kruger Park, they are fighters. I'm not saying the ones at Amakala and Madikwe are not. I mean, they are beautiful lines. They are absolutely stunning lines. But I like lines that's like hardcore, tough fighters. Go through the hardship to get to that top position in the territory. Not easy going. So Tracy, you said you're jealous of Katie coming over the side. When are you going to come to the Greater Kruger Park, Tracy? I think you should come as well. Come and make a turn this side. Come into the Kruger, come and camp. Oh, camping is so nice. Sit in the tent, listen to the lions, the leopards, hyenas. My aunt, yes, sometimes smelly, the smell of the bush, sometimes smelly, but very rarely. I think the only time when it becomes really smelly is when you're going to get to a sighting where there's a carcass of maybe an elephant or a rhino or a big giraffe. You know, something that's been lying in the sun for 3, 4 days. And yeah, if you've got something lying in the sun for 3, 4 days, for sure, you know, it's and you downwind from that carcass. Well, of course, it's not going to be great, and it'll stick on your clothes for like a good 2, 3 days. But other than that, you're looking more like 99.9% of the day yeah, in the bush is lovely smells. The green pastures, you've got the potato bush that smells like a good old home baked potato dish. I say dish, make a dish. Potato dish. Oh, so yeah, lovely smells here, Maya. Beautiful, beautiful smells in the bush. And even can see a beautiful moon that's coming up. I think it's going to be a bright evening. Oh yeah, Katie. Oh no, definitely. You know, like, it's still fantastic that we can bring these moments to your screen wherever you're watching. If you're watching it, like, for all the viewers, like the people watching in Australia and wherever, you know, all over the world. And it's still fantastic that we can do that. But yes, coming to the reserve itself, coming to South Africa, coming to these reserves, and coming to see them, smell the air, feel the wind blowing. Yeah, it is, of course, it is going to bring a different element of enjoyment. You must remember, I want to go to Alaska. That's one of my places. That's like my dream destination one day, is to go to Alaska on vacation. And I want to go there in summertime. I want to hear those big rivers, the streams. I want to smell that thick forests. Oh, you know, it's going to be something that I can see, but I cannot smell and feel. But I can try and imagine it. And that's always a thing that I try and do. Use the imagination. Mm, mm. Yeah, Tracy, Atlanta is far. I know Atlanta's very far. I think, isn't it Atlanta to Johannesburg? I think it's a 23-hour flight, if I'm not mistaken. I know it's a long flight, but yes, Tracy, 17 and a half hours. Well, you know, Nadine's been there before. That's right. Thanks, Nadine. So yes, well, Tracy, you must make your way this side. Get on the plane, 17 and a half hours. It is going to be quite a flight, but it's part of the trip. I always believe, you know, the flights and traveling to your destination of choice is part of the holiday. I know, like, a lot of people are like, oh, now I have to travel this, I have to, you know, nah, it's part of the holiday for me. That's why I have to travel every time. I always have to fly to George, to my folks, every time I go and leave. But now I just take it as a day of leave, and I'll stop by at certain little restaurants on the way to the airport and grab myself a bite to eat and a nice cup of coffee and make it a day of it. But as I said, I will end up going to North America. North America, as I said, well, actually Alaska. Well, Alaska is in North. That's far North America, Northern America, and I'd love to go up that side, but not in winter. I don't think I'll be able to cope with the snow and the coldness. I don't think so. No. I'll have to still, like, I might still wear my short pants when I go there in winter. It might be a bit of a problem, but yeah, I think people will give me the skew eye. But I don't even think summer in Alaska must be still cold. I think it's still not the warmest.
Like this now.
Yeah. Ah, Tracy. Ah, well, we we can't wait for you to live that moment. To come over here, come to South Africa, come to the park, and come and spend some quality time here in these beautiful wild areas. And I love it still. As I said, that's what I do for leave, so many a time. Go back into the bush. And the thing is, with us South Africans, we love camping, so we love tents. Put a tent up, perfect. My aunt, you say you loved the smells, the sounds, and all the amazing memories. Well, my aunt, can I ask you, what was your favorite smell when you were here in the bush? What was like your favorite smell? What really kind of, if you have to think of something now, of South Africa's, of Kruger Park, of the smell, what would you say? What was your favorite? What sticks to the nostrils? What a wonderful way to spend the afternoon, eh? Just sitting here with these stunning boys. I still now and again have that real, how can I say that, almost like a cubbish kind of look, you know, like frowning. I love it. I think my favorite smell here in the bush when I come here is buffalo dung. You know, you feel when you smell buffalo dung, a whole lot of buffaloes. I love it. So Tracy, I think I might be that silly person that's going to be skiing in shorts. So I'll have my shorts on when I go and ski. Oh yeah, for sure. That's me. Yeah. She's been on safari 3 times. Oh, Kate, so you've been on safari 3 times here in South Africa. Wow, wow, wow. So, Kate, I guess you really love it to that point where you come all the way over here. That's fantastic. Continue doing that. Continue living it and continue enjoying the smells, the sounds. And yeah, it is brilliant. It is wonderful. Alright, well, we are coming to the end of our private safari, and I enjoyed this so much. Maya, you say the smell of the bush and the early mornings. Maya, I think that is a beautiful way to put it. I think the early morning smells, I love it. And especially the bush, for some other reason, it just enhances quite a bit. But yes, it's so sad to leave you ladies this afternoon. I really did enjoy this private safari, and thank you so much for all the comments and the questions. And yes, I think I enjoyed it. It felt so one-on-one and very personal, and I'm glad that I could at least answer as many things as possible. And it was so nice to find out more about everybody else's great adventures here Africa, and of course watching a WildEarth. But what a great way to end with these beautiful male lions, just enjoying the last bit of sun for the afternoon. And as I say once again, thank you so much for joining me on this safari. Continue watching on our other channel. We will chat to you later.